Hellish sanctions, for whom? Antonio Gil. The infernal sanctions are working. Just not on the expected side. Well, it wasn't for lack of warnings. Norway expects redundancies and loss of income as a result of anti-Russian sanctions. As the Low Union has warned that the ripple effect of the sanctions will last a long time and could even lead to people moving if they are fired, shipbuilders and local politicians have asked the government for a relief package similar to the one granted in relation to the pandemic of COVID-19. Regions in Norway could suffer economically as a result of sanctions against Russia, shipyards, unions and local politicians have warned. In other regions, hundreds of jobs could disappear in northern Norway, a part of the country with strong ties to Russia. We are 100% behind the sanctions against Russia, but if it affects customers, banks and suppliers, it will paralyze us. Rainer Ingebrigtsen, of the United Federation of Trade Unions, the country's largest union that organizes the private sector with 160,000 members, told Fri Fagbevegelse newspaper. Among others, the Kirkenes shipyard earns up to 80% of its revenue from the maintenance and refurbishment of Russian boats. We have never had a problem with Russian customers paying, but with sanctions against Russian banks, we will not be paid. So we can't accept jobs either, Ingebrigtsen emphasized. To ease the pain, Ingebrigtsen called for a similar relief package to what the business community has received in connection with the COVID-19 pandemic. Lena Norum Bergang, mayor of Sør-Varanger municipality, which borders Russia, says her municipality could lose at least 200 jobs and 35 million Norwegian kroner, almost 4 million, in tax revenue annually due to the sanctions. She also stressed that she hopes that Minister of Finance Trygve Slagsvold Vedum and Minister of Trade and Industry Jan Christian Vestre will present a package for change. If not, there are dark skies ahead for a lot of companies here, she said. The Low Union has warned that the ripple effects of the sanctions will last a long time and fear that people may choose to leave Sør-Varanger if they are fired. After the start of Russia's special operation in Ukraine, aimed at demilitarizing the country and protecting the People's Republics of Donbass, the West unleashed an unprecedented wave of sanctions against Moscow, targeting all walks of life, from the military and electronics industry to banks and consumer goods. According to sanctions tracker Castellum.ai, the nearly 2,800 restrictions imposed on Russia by the West led to a total of over 5,500 sanctions, making Russia the most heavily sanctioned country in the world and placing it far above Iran, Syria, Korea and Venezuela. Hellish sanctions, for whom? Antonio Gil.